Arr, this be a piratey episode. Abandon all hope, ye who enter here. All victims who choose to continue are subject to raping, pillaging, and looting. Turn back now and escape with your life, or face your death upon the islands of reeds. Pirate's Lord. That is, of course, me. Hello, guys. This is Synapse, not a pirate. I know I had you all fooled there. You guys were thinking, when did I subscribe to a pirate? But yeah. Today we are going to be doing some work on my old home, the Island of Reeds, as I've taken to calling it, because let's make sure I have enough jetpack fuel. You can see it is completely surrounded in reeds. Hence, that over there loads, which actually we're going to be putting our base. It is an island surrounded by reeds, hence the Island of Reeds. The only thing left over here is sheep, my coke oven, and I actually did a lot of stuff off camera that I'll have to get to. There's a few times I just forgot I should have been recording it, and other times I just kind of felt like playing without recording. But this, if it opens up, is supposed to be a blast furnace. Apparently it's not, though. What is going on? Whew! Apparently I have... Whoa. Can I F5 there? I have a torch in my head. I am Torchman, bringer of light. Oh, it's in my arm, actually. More. Oh, look at me. I have a torch that almost looks inappropriate. And by that, I mean a penis. Look at that awesome penis that is coming out of my arm. What? Can I get it? Can I get it to go through? Come on. Come on. Hip penis. Okay, so that's weird. I'm going to relog because that is very odd. I'll be right back. And we're back. And we don't have a torch on our side anymore, so that's good news. Well, no, there we go. That's what we want. Okay, so this is actually a blast furnace. There we go. It didn't screw up my game this time. So if you put coal coke or charcoal in there and you put iron in there, you will get steel. But I really don't need steel right now. I'm perfectly content with what I have. But I did make that off camera. That was just basically grinding for slimes and going to swamps and finding the slimes there and getting their slime balls and then just putting them together with netherrack and soul sand. Nothing too spectacularly exciting. But what our goal is for today is to make a pirate alcove thing. I saw a post on the Minecraft subreddit a while ago, probably at least a year ago or so, that someone made a cool pirate alcove, and one of the things was they made like a giant skull in a mountain, and then I saw a different one that was also a skull but had like lava flowing out of it. But I think I'm going to incorporate that and put it into like the side of this or something. And the goal of this is going to be maybe our charging thing here, which I've upgraded to 4 solar panels. Actually, that was probably there before. Never mind. I didn't upgrade it at all. It's still 4 solar panels. Look at that. But it might be our charging station. We might move that, depending on how I feel. And whether I wanted to dabble into Mistcrafts yet, or if I'm going to wait another little bit for that. But mainly, I think it's going to be a recycling, sorting, and our matter fabricator, which is probably the most important thing for late game. I'm near a dark spot? I guess there's a cave or something underneath us, because that's the dark spot sound. But yeah, the matter fabricator, which is essential for late game progress, because it creates UU matter, which can be used to create diamonds, iridium, water source blocks. Just about every good block can be made with UU matter. And to make it, you need a matter fabricator. And this thing is really annoying to make because it takes a lot of stuff. Just looking at this recipe, it looks very expensive. The first thing is the Lapatronic Energy Orb, which takes 8 Lapatron crystals, an iridium plate which requires 4 iridium, 4 advanced alloys, and an industrial diamond. Then it requires 4 energy flow circuits, which this recipe outputs 4, which is good. Which is going to take 4 advanced circuits, iridium plate, and 4 Lapotron crystals. Lapotron crystals are just energy crystals with electronic circuits and paint o' the ocean. Yeah, I forgot to mention that I changed to the pirate text because it's amusing. And an energy crystal with electronic circuits and lapis around it. That's the whole piratey theme today. So I have my musket with Vigor 4, Ember 1, and Cannonball Knockback 2, which is Power 4, Flame 1, Knockback 2, or Punch 2. All the mod stuff doesn't obviously have new names, but like Devil's Rock, Filth, Bolts, Cooked Cow Meat, that seems not that great, Pail of Bilge, Pointy Rock, Rod of Flames, Track, Oak Timber, that's still the same, Picket, but yeah, it gives kind of amusing names for stuff, although this kind of screw up my searching, because if I can't search for redstone anymore, it doesn't appear, because now it is magic powder, so that is kind of annoying. I'll probably change back from it after this episode. But yeah, our matter of business here is to make a sorting system that will sort out cobblestone, dirt, gravel, and basically any other useless things, or whatever I deem useless, and we'll throw it into recyclers from an ender chest. The goal here is to have this ender pouch, which is currently hooked up to the one in my base. We'll get back to this stuff later. To have an ender chest, maybe even a different ender bag than the one I'm using now, or an ender chest. To have it output like around here, go through a series of sorting, and to sort out anything good, valuable from all the bad cobblestone, dirt, gravel, etc. And then anything good will go into its own separate side, and depending on how I actually want to do this and how majorly I want to go, it might go into its own like maceration, furnace, compressor, everything system where it'll basically auto do all the maceration and stuff for me. I'm probably not going to start off with that anyways. I might add it later. We'll see. I kind of like just using my base though. It's perfectly fine, and I don't really want to spend all the resource that's going to be required to make this, at least not yet. Probably later. But the idea is to put the skull on this thing, maybe on this one, I don't really know, and have like a pirate ship out in this cove. That'll signify that it is a pirate island cove thing. And have all our recyclers and machines going in there, and for the time being have our charging thing, and basically just kind of have a cool little outpost here that we can use just for fun. Won't have most of our machines or storage. Actually, we probably won't have any storage, besides just a temporary thing that I'll come back, get the stuff, and then go back to my base for storage, for real storage there. But I built these 4 recyclers. They're nothing special either. It's 3 filth, which is dirt, obviously, glowstone, compressors, and refined iron, and then compressors are just smooth stone, machine block, and electronic circuit. So I made 4 of those, so that it should be able to just handle about any load of stuff. And we're going to have probably, oh, this is the front of them. Then we're going to have iron pipes that will direct it down into one stream. And what these recyclers do is they take any block. I don't have any power coming to them, so I can't demonstrate. I don't have wire either. But basically, they take any block and you input it into this, into the top. You can power it from like an RE battery or something down here, but I don't have any of those either. And this is the progress bar, obviously. It's just like a normal thing, and you can upgrade it with all the overclockers, transformer upgrades, etc. And there is a 1/8 chance of it producing scrap in this output. It'll completely destroy the block, any block instantly. Well, not instantly. It takes some time, but it'll destroy any block. It doesn't matter what block it is. It doesn't change the probability of how much, or it doesn't change the probability of getting scrap. It doesn't change how much time it takes or energy it takes. It's exactly the same for every single block. So it's basically a garbage can, which is why it's called a recycler, because it recycles things and turns it into scrap. And scrap is essential for running a matter fabricator. The mod GregTech is good and bad. It makes it a lot more challenging, a lot more tedious for a lot of things, including this. The mass fabricator, which is the one that does not use Greg Tech, that's in default, it's in like Tekkit, only uses energy, and you can speed it up with scrap. So it's a completely optional thing, but it's good because it will require less time. However, in Greg Tech, it is fueled by scrap, so you are needed to use scrap in order to get any UU matter at all. It will not work without it. It also is supposed to take way more energy, but since I am the server admin, I took the config file and I changed it from, it was 16 million, I think, and I brought it down to 800,000. Now the reason behind that is in the non-Greg Tech, the mass fabricator requires 1 million EU to make 1 UU matter. With scrap being supplied, it only requires 16,666. So 16,000 energy is not that much, honestly. It's raining, obviously. I'm going to turn my particles off. Change your spectacles. Barley, I get it. Because, oh, this zombie. That's not good. Means there might be creepers. Anyway, I'm going to actually teleport back. That's another thing I did. I'll explain later. But I changed it down to 800,000 because I felt that was an acceptable level for the amount of energy needed to create UU matter. Since the default mass fabricator is a 1 million, but we are required to use scrap for this one. I didn't want it to be like the 16,000 because that's really not that much energy. That's really easy to generate. But I didn't want it to be 16 million because that is an outrageous amount and it'll take forever to make anything. And the goal of it is not to make it like impossible, because I mean I could just sit AFK there for 6 hours and get the same amount I could do normally in now. Like it's probably going to take me about half an hour to make the amount of UU matter required to make 1 iridium. So I don't think it's that unbalanced, honestly. And I talked to the 2 main people on this server, and they thought it was pretty good as well. So that's the energy level I'm going to be using. If you guys are using something different and you're wondering why mine's going so fast, it's not because I'm providing with so much more power. It's because I changed the server configuration file and changed it down to 800,000. So we'll see how that works out. If it seems like I'm just getting it way too quickly, I might change it up to like 1 million. But probably not. Let's see. Other things to discuss that I did off camera stupidly because I'm selfish and didn't want to play on camera and have to commentate. I went to the Twilight Forest completely with the intention of recording. We went there as a group, and then I just forgot to press the record key because they were already there and waiting for me and like, oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. We found a labyrinth. We went down, fought some minotaurs, and in the boss room, I'll actually go there later and show you what we fought, and there'll probably still be some minotaurs around, and there are also cave spiders, which are the most annoying thing ever. But we found a maze map focus, and maze map. Here we go. Maze map focus you get from the boss chest, and then if you use it and you put a paper around it, you can get a blank maze map, which can show you a path through the labyrinth and stuff. But if you put 8 crafting tables around it, you get an uncrafting table. And the cool thing about uncrafting tables are, so we got this ironwood sword. This is all stuff from the Twilight Forest, all the loot and stuff. So if I put this ironwood sword on the uncrafting table, it'll show me what I can get from this thing. If I use 2 levels, I will get 1 stick and then 2 ironwood ingots. Now there is a bug. I'm assuming this is a bug, because I don't see why this would ever be intentional. Actually, I'm 100% sure this is a bug. Okay, let's put it that way. Normally, I would have to click and get it. However, if I shift click, nothing happens, because I guess I need the equivalent levels. So that's fun. Basically, if you have enough levels and you do shift click, it'll give you the items without taking this item away or without spending any of your levels. So you can basically just get it unlimited of any item that you can get from uncrafting. Now, the reason I really wanted this, I was hell-bent on going to the Twilight Forest and getting a maze map focus as my entire purpose for being there, is because it helps me get iridium and diamonds so much easier. If you take monazite and you macerate it, you get this thing called forcicium. And if you take forcicium over to the uncrafting table and you put 4 levels in, you will get 4 UU matter. UU matter is, of course, the matter that you can create iridium and diamonds and tons of other stuff from. I don't know if it's really a bug, if it's intended. I think it's an intended thing. It might be a little bit too cheap. 4 levels is not that much, but like if it was like 8 or 10 levels, I think it'd be perfectly fine because it does take a while to go get XP and then get back and do it. And it also takes a little bit to get forcicium because you have to go get the monazite. And so that is how I got enough UU matter to, one, get the rest of my diamonds for this, which I'll go into in a second, and also get enough iridium to make, to start to make iridium plates. So you can see I have my 8 iridium ingots here, advanced alloys and diamonds, and I'm going to make these iridium plates to start making the matter fabricator. We only need 2. There's 1 for this lapatronic energy orb, and then we also need 1 surrounded by the 4 and the advanced circuits to make these 4 things. Another thing we need is a teleporter, which actually we need 2 of them, which is going to be 8 total advanced circuits, 2 more diamonds, 2 more advanced machine blocks, frequency transmitters, which is another electronic circuit, and copper cable. Let's see. Teleporter, where are you? Oh, there we go. So teleporter and then glass fiber cable, which is more diamonds and glass. But that's not that difficult. The thing that I'm having issues with, not issues, the thing that's really annoying to make is the highly advanced machine blocks, because they require titanium, which I have almost enough. I have, I actually do have enough now. I didn't realize I had 8. I thought I had 7. But, so I do have 8 titanium, and I have enough machine blocks, advanced machine blocks. I have 8 there, which is the total I need to make the entire matter fabricator. But the thing that is really annoying to get is chrome. The only way you can get chrome, apparently, unless there is some way I do not know about, but the only way showing up in the recipes is to get chrome dust from an industrial centrifuge. That's the only way I can find it. There's no ores anywhere. There's no other way to get it besides centrifuging ruby dust. You'll get 2 aluminum, chrome, and 3 compressed air cells, which are pretty much useless. But the only way to get ruby dust is either get a ton of rubies, and the amount of chrome we need 2 times this 4, so we need 8 chrome. To get 8 chrome, we need to macerate 72 ruby dust. So we need either 72 rubies, or the only other way to get ruby dust is to centrifuge an entire stack of redstone. You get 4 ruby dust from that, so you need 18 stacks of redstone total. And that is currently what all my centrifuges are doing, is they are centrifuging away redstone. You need a ton of empty cells as well, which is actually more annoying than anything, because I have to keep getting these silicone cells, because you get 27 silicone cells out of it, but then I don't want the silicone cells, so I have to extract the silicone out of them back into empty cells so I can reuse them in the centrifuge. So that is the most annoying thing for me right now. That's the only thing I really don't have ready to make the matter fabricator, so we're going to have to wait on those to be done. And I do have enough redstone. You can see I still have 11 stacks left, and I made sure I had enough. I had like 20 stacks or so, so I'll still have a little bit of redstone left. I do not need these portals, so while I'm remembering that, I'm going to clear those and put the portal gun away. I still need to make a better storage system. I really need to get on building this whole thing, but I'm too caught up in advancing my machines and getting everything technology-wise. How did you get in here? You probably just climbed over the wall, never mind. But getting everything technology-wise before I settle down and build a base, because I want to have all my machines so I know exactly how much space I need, etc., etc. Let's see, other things that have changed. I made this linking book modifier. Also a very tedious and annoying thing to make. What? Link modifier? Is it? Yeah, it's just link modifier. This recipe is just insanely overpriced. I'm Steve. Why is my skin not working? That's annoying. But it is 8 diamond blocks surrounding 1 gold block, which means 72 diamonds, which is every single diamond I have, so I have no more diamonds. But if we... Where is my spawn book? Where did I put that? I think I put it... Yes, it is. Okay. But why I wanted this so badly is it allows me to do this. Look at that. We're at spawn now. No jetpack required, no going through the nether, nothing. We just teleport. What those that link modifier allows you to do is if I put a book into my inventory crafting table, it'll put out a blank link book, and wherever that link book is created, so wherever I'm standing, will be the coordinates of where I teleport it to. I take that link book back to this link modifier. I plop it in, so you can see this is my home base, the Ark, and I do interlinking, which means I can access it from this world, and then following, so the book comes with me so I don't drop it on the ground. You can also generate a platform, which will generate I think it's a 3x3 stone platform. Maintain momentum, so if I'm like in the air and falling, I'll continue falling when I come out, but it's kind of useless. And disarm, which will throw all my items on the ground, so I can kind of do it as like a prank, but you don't really want it for actual teleportation. But that's why I wanted to use my 70. That's why I wanted so many diamonds to get my this, so I could just teleport around, because it makes life a lot easier when you're 6,000 blocks away. How I gather most of the diamonds, I do have enough jetpack fuel. Okay, was with my mining laser. If you just set it to explosive mode, it really just blasts out. Oh, I missed it. It really just blasts away walls really effectively. And this was Evilite and Thor 74's turtle mine shaft thing. And I asked before I did it, so I have all claim to these diamonds. He didn't say that I had to share them with him. Although he's like, oh, there's all those diamonds down there, you should give me some. I'm like, no, I asked you. So if you just put it to explosive, it blasts away walls very effectively. And just going down by bedrock, you can really find some massive diamond amounts pretty easily with very minimal effort. Sometimes I don't get the algorithm behind it. Like sometimes it blasts away huge massive walls. Like there it did a lot of, look at that. Like sometimes it blasts away tons, and sometimes it blasts away like one little block. Like there, that just took out that entire thing that I've wasted 4 shots on before. It's got to be something with the explosion physics, or like it not loading it correctly. But yeah, you can see that's also how I get most of my redstone, is I just come down here and blast away, and you'll get a fair amount of diamonds every time, and gold and redstone and stuff. And then once it was out, I would just open up my charging bag, put my mining laser in there, wait for it to be charged, and then just continue going. And I found at least 40 or so diamonds in this area just from blasting this out. And then some of the other ones were just from caving other places, and then very few of them were created using the UU matter from the monazite ore, or the monazite ore turned into forcisium, using that uncrafting table. Maybe like the last 8 or so were made using the uncrafting table, so not that many. I just needed a few to finish me off, and I couldn't find any more caving, and didn't want to blast away very much more of this. But I think it's definitely worth the 72 diamonds, honestly, because once you make one, you can use it to make everybody else books. So I can just teleport back, and I don't have to worry about going through the nether. Don't have to worry about wasting all my jetpack fuel, electricity, whatever. It's not really fuel. I mean, it is fuel, but it's not fuel in the traditional sense of like oil and whatever. You need to die because you're annoying. But see, I also have one for my pirate cove, so I can just get back here instantly, which is also very nice. But it's definitely worth it, and now I don't have to worry about ever having to deal with the nether if I don't want to, because that was the most annoying thing about having the base 6,000 meters away, is anytime I wanted to get back to spawn to say like go to the Twilight Forest with them, or like, hey, want to trade this for this? I'm like, oh yeah, fine. But I have to travel through the nether, and that's still like 800 blocks in the nether. And it's not like a straight path. It's like I have to go down around this lava pool and like jetpack under this like big cliff thing and make sure I don't hit my head on it and like don't get too low because there's lava down there. And it was very, very annoying, tedious, and this definitely takes the tediousness out of it, which I think is very, very worth it for the 72 diamonds. And now all the diamonds I get, I can use for other stuff. Although now I really don't need diamonds for very much anymore, besides just iridium plates is really going to be the only usage of my diamonds from now on. Because I don't need diamond armor. I have the nano suit, which I'll be upgrading to quantum as soon as I get my matter fabricator to start pumping out iridium. But like, you don't need diamond tools. The diamonds start to be not useful anymore around this time once you get the matter fabricator up and running. But as I said, today we are going to be doing this recycling thing mostly to set up the recycling for to make scrap for the matter fabricator to come in from like an ender chest or whatever. I'm actually probably going to set up ender chests at everyone's bases and say, hey, if you don't want any cobble or whatever, dump it in here and I'll get rid of it for you and allow me to make more stuff. I'm not going to say that part, but I'm going to say, hey, free recycling. I'll get rid of it for you. You never have to see it again. Give all your useless crap to me. And then I can also that way get scrap from them without having to do any work. Eventually I'm also going to set up a cobblestone generator. It is, what is it called? You can get a, man, what is it? It's from thermal expansion, and it's basically just a machine that automatically, it's an igneous extruder. So let's search that. Igneous extruder. Some weird stuff. This is all the thermal expansion machines, which are kind of odd. They use MJs, I think, which is the forestry thing. And this will take lava and water and turn it into either cobblestone, smoothstone, or obsidian. But you don't need anything to make cobblestone. It doesn't take any of the water or cobble, and it just takes time and energy. So you can set up those and just have an automatic cobble factory, and then feed them into your recyclers to automate. Oh, lots of Endermen spawning, not spawning, teleporting. Sorry, guy, you're on the rain. Nowhere safe to teleport to. But you can hook up those to these, which I probably will do eventually, but I'm also going to have the ender chest just for dumping, because like you can see, I have tons of stuff. If we go back to spawn, we can see upstairs in this, Thor has barrels of cobblestone, and not just like one that's like halfway filled. He has two full ones, one that's pretty much filled, halfway full dirt, starting to get full gravel. I mean, everyone just has tons and tons of cobble from quarrying, from using turtles, from just mining in general. You just get tons of cobblestone. So instead of throwing mine all away, I've been putting it in barrels as well. I have a full one and an almost full one, almost full dirt. So I can get rid of all this stuff and not have to deal with it anymore, clogging up my barrel spaces, which I can use for better stuff. That's not what I wanted. So I'm also gonna have the dump chest, and as well as the igneous extruders. The other thing about the dump chest is it's going to have diamond pipes to filter off the good stuff, and right now it's not gonna have the whole setup for auto macerating and smelting and putting back into other chests. It's just gonna filter it off and put it into a chest that actually it might that wouldn't be a bad idea. No, I'm just going to sort it a little bit. Anyways, I'm going to put it into like ores and like diamonds, maybe dust for like redstone and glowstone and lapis and whatever. Hey, it stopped raining. I can turn my particles back on. If you disable particles, it disables the rain sound, by the way, for those of you who didn't know. It also disables like that smoke torch thing, which can help for if you're really laggy, but it's not a problem normally, so I keep it on unless it's raining and being really noisy. But yes, I'm going to get everything set up for the whole sorting thing. I'm going to get all my diamond pipes, all the pipes I'm going to need in order, and I will see you back here and we will start our sorting operation. Because we are going to be using this ender chest for our sorting operation of Piratey Coveness, I'm going to need to take everything out, and I'm using this currently as just like personal storage, although I mean if someone walked into this base they could. I was just storing my valuables in there. I could right click it with a diamond onto this little latch here and it would become my own personal one and then no one could access it. But there is a better solution that's also cheaper. Machine block, electronic circuit, and a coffer apparently is what the chest is renamed in the pirate speak, and you will get a personal safe. These are great. I wonder if I can take this. I'm going to probably just destroy my entire arc. Not mining. We want low. I went right past it. I don't like this text. It's hard to read. It's smaller. It's not hard to read, but it's just smaller. Oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh, I'm gonna need a pickaxe. I'm gonna need to get a. I wonder if you can use an iron pickaxe because I don't want to use any diamonds. Actually, I don't have any diamonds anymore after making that thing. Anyways, but there is a better solution to that. And that is the personal safe. I'm going to put on this side. So it is basically just a double chest, but it is owned by me now since I'm the one that opened it up. It is completely blast proof, so if a creeper goes off it's fine, TNT, nuke, whatever. Completely blast proof. Can't be picked up by anything including like turtles, someone trying to mine at it. Oh, that was weird. No. It's going to stay open now. Well, there's the inside of my safe. But yeah, it's basically just an invincible safe for me. And that way I can put my valuables... Can I shift click into it? Yes, that's nice. I can put my valuable stuff in there without having to worry that it gets stolen or whatever. And that way I also can use this ender chest for my sorting operation instead of having to make another one. So, now that that's taken care of, I can collect that and the pipes and meet you back out over there. So here it is in somewhat operation, at least the piping part of it anyway, and just really the scrap part. So I have dirt, gravel, netherrack, and cobble. It's weird that I have to pause because there's different names. My brain somehow forgets the stuff that I've been playing with for 2 years or whatever, however long I've been playing Minecraft, which is a while. But yes, I configured all the iron pipes to only point out in one direction, which is down this line. So everything comes together, gets accelerated through. I'm going to put all the other stuff I want to be sorted out here, but that can come later. And then goes through another golden pipe. This one is really just for the things that are looping through. So when there's no spots filled, I used redstone because I knew no redstone would be coming in. When things are full, it will just infinitely loop out back. You can see things try to come back through, but then are rejected and bounce back into the loop. Probably creates a bit of lag, honestly, but I'm not too concerned. I don't think it'll be overloaded very often like this. Since I've got this working in an infinite loop so well, I'm actually thinking about upgrading these to not just redstone engines, because that's what I was concerned about. Is like if I have more than redstone engines and they're pulling out a stack at a time, it's just gonna overflow these pretty quickly. Because I mean, each one is like 5 stacks that it can hold, but that's only 20 stacks total. So if somebody puts more than that in there, or if I put more than that in there, although I mean this can only hold 9 slots, but I'm planning on having it hooked up to just something I can just dump stuff into that will just suck it up with obsidian pipes and then, you know, just suck it up and put it in there automatically. But if someone does put more than that, it'll overflow it pretty easily. But since this is proven to work effectively at just putting them in a loop, I'm probably going to upgrade those engines to probably electrical engines because they're just the easiest to work with. You don't have to make sure they have fuel or anything. And I can just put like basic solar panels next to them, and they can just run. Probably put a solar panel there and a solar panel like there. and they should be good, because I'm pretty sure pipes don't... Oh, no, the pipes will connect to them, though. Ooh. I have to find an item that no one would ever throw away and put it in the... No, wait, no. There is no output, I don't think. No, for the basic one, there is one spot. I have to find something. I could just put a stack of 64 cobble, honestly, in each one and fill it up so it doesn't direct items into it. But yes, I'm probably going to put electrical engines there, solar panels there, finish these lines off, put chests for collection purposes. Probably going to be crystal chests, actually, if I have enough diamonds for them, because they're not really that expensive, honestly. You just need to go through all the tiers, and then it's like 4 diamonds for each, but they're massive, and you can see inside them, which is kind of cool. So I can see what I'm going to get in advance. And then I'm going to have to put... there you are. I hear you. Some sort of solar panel array, like these 2 blocks maybe, because there's a 1 block. No, there isn't. Never mind. I need to find a way to get solar panels to power these. Each one is, I looked it up on at least the Tech Wiki, and each one requires 32 EU per tick, which is, wait, actually no, that was the maximum they could get, right? Oh man, it's so hard to remember all the different values for everything. Let's see, I'm looking at the wiki now. Recycler input, yeah, is 32. It uses around the 32 EU for each operation. So it requires basically, one of these will power one of the recyclers. So I need to make 4 more of these and hook up 1 each to the recyclers, and then I should be good. I could run, if I put sandstone pipe here and I put the solar panels here and then just run 1 cable there, that should work pretty good. Otherwise I could just put them right behind it and then find something to fill it up with, the 4 charging slots, because if you put pipes over this, it'll try to fill up these slots for charging. I hear you. Are you underneath me? There's gotta be something underneath me. But if I just fill it up with 4 stacks of something, just like cobble or dirt or whatever, something easy, then it won't try to direct the items into that. So I'll probably just do that, honestly, because it's much easier than trying to build them off and then wasting a little bit of cable, and yeah, I just let them fill up, honestly. So I'm gonna make all those changes that I just said, if I can remember all of them, and see you back again later. It'll probably actually be the next day in real life. So I probably will have forgotten everything I actually said I was going to do. So let's see what I remember. Check it out now. Look at that, it is beautiful in its operation. Put stuff in that chest, gets sucked out, sorted. I have gold chests here instead of diamond or crystal, because I don't have the diamonds right now. But I will eventually, and I'll change them into diamond and then crystal, because crystal is really just obsidian. That's all you need. You don't need anything else special. Obsidian and glass, which are 2 things that are not that hard. So once you get diamond chests, might as well just upgrade them to crystal, because they look cool. You can see it goes through the infinite loop, because I guess these are all full already. I did basically put this entire chest in there already. Oh, I did put the entire chest. Not almost, the entire one. But yeah, you can see it all, it's pumped out the beginning, or the front. I added a 5th recycler here, because it was not symmetrical. That bothered me. So, I made it symmetrical. I'm probably going to add overclockers to these and get them better solar panels. Because these are still pretty slow. On my single player world, when I was playing before, I would have 2 recyclers each with 8 overclocker upgrades, and it would just tear through an entire stack in no time. So I'm probably going to put at least 2 or 3 overclockers in each one of these to speed up production, and everything goes nicely into this chest. We already have 2.5 stacks of scrap. So hopefully this will be sufficient. I'm also going to add the cobble generators, which are the igneous extruders or whatever, extractors, I don't know. But basically probably put them in right here and hook them up to these pipes so that they just go through the infinite loop, no sorting needed. But this episode is pretty long already, I checked. So I'm going to call it here. Next episode, I will have this more set up, and I will put down the matter fabricator, and we will probably work on building the skull in the side of this thing and an actual house for this. So, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day.